Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Afternoon Market Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
And we're going to be your host for like the next 2 days. So settle in, mosey on down, and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of stuff going on in the market, but Super Bowl's coming up this week. Who are you rooting for the Super Bowl, Ryan?
San Francisco, baby.
I'm going for Kansas City. Kansas City.
Should we make a wager?
We can make a wager. What do you want to wager? Talk to me, bro.
I'll put 20 on San Francisco.
And I'll put 20 on KC. All right. We can do that. This is a man's bet. We'll hold each other to it. All right. I better block out my calendar 2 days. All right. So if you can hear us, by all means, Glenn is for Taylor Swift team, whatever.
He's a Swiftie.
I'm not a Swiftie.
Don't let him lie to you.
I am so not a Swiftie. If you guys can hear us, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let us know that we are coming across loud and clear. Thank you, Mark. I just heard it on my iPad that the alert just hit. Let's go see how many people it hit. And we'll go from there. I want to make sure everybody's here before we get started. He'll be wearing a Swiftie jersey. Sigh. Team Swiftie for the win, says Jeff. I'm not a Swiftie. Funny but true. I looked at BNKD yesterday and the price was $6. I saw that, Janice, and I didn't buy it either. I was already in it. I didn't buy it. If I was going to buy it yesterday, I saw that. I didn't buy it. But I was already in it. But I saw that it was like, no. All right. We got 149 people in the room. Joey's going to put the link up in the room real quick. I need you all to share it. A lot of stuff going on. Is this market getting tired? Is it getting tired, or, can it just keep going up and up and up and up and up? That's going to be the topic of conversation today, is if this market can keep going up. Did you see LAES pump again? I had not. I'm going to write it down.
Yes, it was up big today.
Again, we made good money on that in the Jockey Club a couple of weeks ago, and the stock is just moving. How do people get in before the alert? Is there a link? People, Akshay, everybody knows. Most people know that we're going to be here. And they just sit here and they wait until we come in and get live. Roy, man, my boxer died yesterday or Tuesday. 10 years, my best buddy. Sorry about that, Roy.
Sorry about that, Roy.
Sorry about that, man.
Never good losing a dog.
I got a puppy. I'm not a big fan of my puppy. It's my wife's puppy. But I never want anything bad to happen to an animal.
I hope your wife doesn't watch this show.
She does. She knows it's her puppy. It's not my puppy. Is there a uranium index in VV? There is a couple of them. URA is an ETF if you want to play uranium.
I think he meant ETF, not index, if I had to go.
Yeah, it's an ETF. That's the closest I can get to it. All right, let's get rocking and rolling. Joey, put us on the first screen, please. All right. This is the market. All right. And earlier today, I was looking at the color guard. We had 2 red lights, an RT and the buy to sell ratio. They have since gone away. The market is still showing legs to the upside. The Dow is up 176. Of course, the big mover today is the NASDAQ up almost a percentage, followed by the S&P up almost 0.9%, and the Dow is up about 0.5%. VectorVest Composites putting 0.6%. I'm just sitting here all of this time, and I'm saying to myself, when is this market going to turn around? Can I use my keyboard? I can use my keyboard, right?
Have you noticed in the color guard, we're getting a divergence between price action and RT and BSR. If you look at RT and BSR, compared to a week ago, they are both down while price action is up. So I think we're getting an early warning sign here for a potential market pullback.
With that being said, let me get into the software and let's go up to the graphs. There's the freaking mouse, Joey. Let's go up to the graphs. The thing that I'm looking for to back up what Ryan is saying, because there is a divergence. Where are we right now? Right at the level of a 3-month high on the market. Could be a triple top. Here, and right where we are right now. All of that is kind of bearish, going on board with what Ryan just said. So what am I looking for before we think about pulling the market or looking at the market going to the downside, I'm looking at the DEW to go down. The primary wave was down. It's back up today. But if I'm going to start to feel the market have more downside, I'm looking for one, a primary wave down, followed by the DEW going down as well. What do you feel in regards to that, Ryan?
I agree with you. I think we're going to actually get a breakout to the upside. Okay. I'm saying it right now. I believe this market loses steam shortly after NVIDIA releases earnings.
All right.
That's my 2 cents.
And I got you. I'm with you on that. I got you. Janice says, got into MGNX 2 days ago, up over 7%. Thanks, Glenn. Janice, I got a email from Mike N. He said the same thing. And I was like, it is in the mobile portfolio. It's in the mobile stocks portfolio. Is that you? It's in the mobile portfolio. MGNX is up like 30% when we started looking at it. So,
if you look at the buy-sell ratio, it's telling you that the broad participation market rally that we experienced is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and you're really seeing it concentrated in tech. Semiconductors, cybersecurity, anything AI related. That's where most of the momentum is coming from right now.
All right, so that's a view of what's going on in the market. I still think that we've got more downside. I think Ryan's on board with that. We still have some downside. We've got some bearish divergences going on. So all I'm saying is at some point in time, the party's got to go. No. So Roger says short SMCI. I am not going to be of the mindset of shorting anything unless the stock tells me. Not until the stock tells me. You agree or disagree?
It's too early to be shorting SMCI. And
I agree.
I'm not going to be shorting any semiconductor before going into NVIDIA's earnings. Let's be honest. I don't think that's a good idea.
So no, and I like the idea that you want to get in early, but sometimes getting in early is not the right thing. Let the stock come to you. Let the market come to you. Let the stock come to you. All right. With that being said, let's go into the stories. I always like to bring some of the Fed stuff. What's going on? Boston Fed's Collins expects rate cuts to come later this year. And I think that with the Fed not locking in a time period, the market doesn't like that, but the market is still moving up. Why, Ryan? Why is the market still moving up? 4 letters. Ryan?
FOMO.
There you go. Gosh, took you forever to get to that point. Goodness gracious. A lot of it is FOMO. A lot of these stocks have made money. A lot of people missed out on it early, and they're jumping into it now. I think that is exactly what's pushing the market higher. Palantir, for those of you who think that I've ever tried to pump Palantir, hopefully that takes it off the table. I did a video talking about Palantir. Ryan did a short, I think. Yeah, he did a short on Palantir. It's not anything that we've tried to pump. I just think they've got a lot of contracts on the table. They got a lot.
Our biggest argument is that, in case interest rates do affect the economy in a negative manner, this is a company that's insulated by a lot of government contracts, and a lot of those contracts are defense plays. So I think it's a great company. If you saw the short I did today, me and Glenn, we've done videos on cybersecurity stocks over the last few months. Especially with the rise in AI, we see the importance of protecting data as fraud claims, have surged over the last few years, especially with social dynamics changing since COVID, and there's a lot more online transactions. There's just a bigger and, ever more demand for this field. So I see more upside potential, but, in general right now, the market's getting top heavy, in my opinion.
Yep.
Protect some profits. If you want to let some ride, not a bad idea, but just have a plan in place, but me personally, I think if we get a pullback, it's going to be pretty sharp.
And nobody should be playing with a full position on any stock. With the way that this market is going, you guys should be trading half positions right now. But I know a lot of you are greedy and you got full positions in there. And Ryan is right. When the market does pull back, it's going to be hard. So I'm hoping that you guys are taking profits off the table. Chipotle, I just saw a story on Chipotle. I can't believe a company that makes burritos is trading at over $1,000 a share. That's crazy. It's a freaking it's a burrito, folks. It's a doggone burrito.
I don't get it either. I mean, do they have more companies in their portfolio other than Chipotle? I don't know much about them, to be honest.
They make burritos. That's what they make.
Well, I know Chipotle, but I'm saying, do they own other brands?
No, they own Chipotle.
They make
just
burritos.
Chipotle? I think that's all they own. All right. So I think that this is also bearish in that the Fed can't solidify an exact time period. I think Uncle Glenn's been saying it's not going to be until summer. All right. Both of us have oil stories. Crude oil. Here's my story. Yep. Here we go again. Crude inventory increased by 5.5 million barrels for the week ended. Where does this oil come from? Oh, we're the biggest driller now of oil. Are we really? Anyway, 5.5 million barrels, which if that's the case, it should keep oil prices down. I still think that with Ryan's talked about with the Red Sea, with supply, oil should be moving higher. But we keep finding more barrels of oil, so be it. Ryan's got a story on oil. Saudi Arabia signals a shift in oil strategy. What's the story about, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the United States is, came in dominance of being an oil producer here. I see this story here affecting oil prices more than some of the, the stories of the Red Sea, escalations in the Middle East, things of that nature. Just because, Saudi Arabia was a huge oil producer. Well, still is a huge oil producer. Right. Well, their Minister of Energy has ordered Aramco to maintain oil production at 12 million barrels per day, halting any expansion plans. Now, this move reflects Saudi Arabia's long-term strategy. Essentially, they're trying to get away from just oil-dependent economy and utilize those resources to venture out and to start up, other aspects of their economy. Now, be honest here, implications for, where is it at here? Yeah, this policy shift has significant implications for global oil markets and the long-standing energy relationship between the Saudi Arabia and the United States. So I'm really interested to see how that plays out.
So Dennis, in regards to oil, Dennis, I got some information from Akshaya that we are putting oil back in, and it's a pittance. It ain't a lot. It ain't a lot. Akshaya is saying, no, we're putting a lot. We ain't putting a lot of oil in there. With all of the oil that we took out, it's a small pittance of oil going back in. All right, so that's my 2 cents on that. But I do appreciate Akshaya giving me the information to prove that we are putting oil back in. We ain't putting a lot. And as low as... Go ahead.
I was going to say, you wonder if the powers that be in the United States, because obviously, we've got diplomats with Saudi Arabia, if this was the plan the whole time. Saudi Arabia is cutting their oil production down, so let's go ahead and drill here in the United States to kind of alleviate some of those pressures ahead of time, So maybe they had a proactive approach, and that's why the United States has been, expanding oil production. We've seen it really over the last 6 to 8 months, huge expansion in oil production, between the Permian Basin, offshore, even in Alaska. And with, I don't like to get into politics. I'm kind of surprised under certain leaderships that these policies have been taking place. But, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
All right. As far as the stocks that you're putting in the room, don't spam them because I am writing them down. All you got to do is type it once in the room. I am writing them down. So you don't need to put APPF 17,000 different times. I've got it. I
do love some SoFi.
Yeah, I wrote SoFi down. All right. Next story is on Enphase, a stock that I like, but every time they seem to be gaining some momentum, it always gets jacked up. Enphase rallies as CEO sees demand improving. Q1 could be the bottom. They missed. All right. And went up. Look at that. Enphase up 18.5% on Wednesday today, despite missing expectations of Q4 adjusted earnings and revenues. So they missed. But the CEO came out and said, "Oh no, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine." Everybody said, "Okay," and they went and they're buying it. Okay, and so now I'm going to be in my list today. We're going to talk about if it's worth it to be in it. Again, I think overall I do like the stock, but if they're missing earnings, that's not a good sign. But if the CEO can calm down the investors, then we're going to keep our eyes on it. So it's in my list today. Next one. Look at this. This is going to be an interesting story. Talk about it, Ryan.
Yeah. Scroll down because I can't take over your mouse. Scroll down.
Tell me when to stop.
You'll see a chart. No, keep going. Right there. That's what I want to show them.
Okay. I put all three of those stocks in your list. You only gave me two. I put all three.
I didn't do Eli Lilly.
Okay.
So the Magnificent Seven, obviously, some of the 7 biggest hitters out there when it comes to the S&P 500. Do you see on the right-hand side where it says current market cap weight?
Yep.
With Microsoft, Meta Platforms up, it's all above 2%, right?
Right.
Even with Tesla's 25% decline they've had at the beginning of this year, they're still in the top 10, even down 25%.
Gotcha.
Of the 3 stocks I see here, I personally feel if Tesla is to be dropped from the Magnificent Seven, it should be replaced with Broadcom. The only reason being is Magnificent Seven, it's tech. I think it would be kind of weird putting a Berkshire Hathaway or Eli Lilly in that list. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you think Broadcom would be a better pick than those two, or even just a better pick than Tesla. But just based on that alone, I mean, if you look at the current market cap weight of Broadcom and Eli Lilly at 1.3%, Tesla being down 25%, it's still at 1.2. That's only 0.01%, even though Tesla has had a really rough past, couple months now, essentially. So, Tesla, I mean, all it takes for is a good rally in Tesla. Who knows if that'll happen, to put it back in the list. But I think personally, Broadcom should probably take the number 7 spot. I'm just curious to what everyone else thinks here. What do you think, Glenn?
I think AVGO is a good pick. I went and put Berkshire. And I'm with you on Lilly. I put all 3 into your list, though. I think Lilly being a drug stock probably wouldn't fit in to the realm of the types of stocks, just like you said, for the Magnificent Seven. Somebody says that Ryan loves his semis. Ryan has been dead on the semis, though. He's done a lot of research on it. He's done videos. He's done shorts. He's been dead on when it comes down to the semiconductors.
Well, 99% of my day trades are on semiconductors.
There you go.
So I would say yes. I follow semis very closely.
All right. Next story. AMD is continuing to take CPU share from Intel. Interesting. Intel is in the news in the backup. I look at Intel now from Ryan as a backup to the chip space. But
they're like the 3rd string QB.
But you know something? they're getting in the game. Coaches put them into the game. But
put me in, coach.
Huh? Joey's the coach. Joey don't know what he's doing anyway.
I think it's funny how you actually did an AMD story and I did an NVIDIA story.
Yeah, that's true.
Which it's always reversed.
It's all right. It's all right. I am of the mindset. I like AMD. I like NVIDIA. I like SMC. I like them all. But it's interesting to watch the stories of the collaborations of the companies, which companies are being more aggressive to take out the other company. I think this is a saga space. When I say saga, there's a lot of stuff going on and opportunities to make money. Definitely opportunities to make money. Intel is the Joe Flacco on the bench. Wow. Wow. I can't even push. I can hit my sounds, Joey.
You guys know how I feel about Intel. They're so far behind the curve. The only advantage Intel would ever have is if there were huge supply chain disruptions,
and they would come in
to Taiwan Semiconductor.
Yeah.
If something happened between China and Taiwan, Intel would be a great play.
I am not putting X-Roth in the Magnificent Seven. How many of you watched the speculative video last night?
We should do a Magnificent Seven type of thing for penny stocks.
Ooh, that might be interesting.
Maybe we should.
That might be interesting. Let's collaborate on that, and maybe next week we can introduce. I like that idea. We can collaborate on some stocks that we would like to do, like a Magnificent Seven on penny stocks. That'd be very interesting. Colin Kaepernick. Oh, we don't want to talk about Colin Kaepernick. That's a sore subject. That's a sore subject for me. That's a sore subject for me.
We try not to do politics. Well, we don't do politics. Glenn, I would say we do very well sticking away from politics.
Yeah, sometimes not.
I don't like to go down that road.
I don't either, but sometimes y'all push my buttons. All right, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes y'all push my buttons. Y'all do. All right, so Ryan and I are going to come up with 5 stocks each for next week to go to build. We're going to make a 10 stock. We're going to do a Magnificent 10.
It'd be like a penny stock index. We're going to come up with a cool name for it.
We're going to call it the Terrific 10. The Terrific 10. So I know Hickey, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. But we're going to come up with 10 stocks for you guys, and we're going to monitor it. We're going to make it our top penny stocks.
Hey, who wants to bet that Glenn's going to put X-Row in his file?
I'm not putting X-Row on my list. I'm taking bets. Yes, you think I'm going to put X-Row on my list? Tell me, and if not, type a 2.
If he does it, I'll put it in my list.
Oh my gosh, I am so not putting X-Row on that list. Put X-Row on the penny stock list. It would be worth a penny soon. I'm not putting it in there. I still like X-Row, Dave. It's just tough. I'm not in X-Row right now. I am in Palantir, though. I am in Palantir. All right, next story. Morgan Stanley hikes. There it is. We just went from AMD to NVIDIA. Morgan Stanley hikes NVIDIA price target ahead of earnings. AI demand continues to surge. Talk about it.
So their earnings is February 21st, 22nd. Don't quote me on it. Definitely look it up. But it should be the 21st or 22nd. So it's coming up soon. Just a few weeks away. I don't see any reason why the market is going to lose momentum before NVIDIA. Because I think the whole market right now is waiting on NVIDIA earnings.
Okay.
And AI and see their forecast. Because think about it. NVIDIA creates the computer chips for all the other big companies to, enhance their AI, their data centers. The H100 chips? That's like the most sought out data chip right now. I think the forecast on that H100 chip is really what's going to move the stock.
Okay.
Everyone already knows the earnings are probably going to be through the roof in the revenue. I think it's going to be the forecasted guidance that they reveal that's really going to, direct this market one way or the other. But again,
if the AI demand is high, the chances are the guidance should be bigly up.
Correct.
Okay. Did you say to buy X-Row?
But what happens if the guidance is low? Because all these companies have already been buying, and I think we did an article on it last week where, was it Meta has 350,000 of these H100 chips, and they're trying to get another couple 100,000 more. And then we did a story where Intel might be stepping in one of their foundries to help with NVIDIA. So I don't see these chips slowing down. I know the market it's on a tear right now, but it's pretty concentrated on tech. You can see in the buy-sell ratio that the overall participation is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I really say just watch the market, especially shortly after the NVIDIA earnings release. Jeff
thinks I'm pumping ALSMY. I think Altmont is going to be a stock to be reckoned with. That was one of my speculative plays. If you hadn't watched the video yet, please go. Someone who said they were mortgaging their house to buy more SMCI. Don't do that.
I can't tell you what to do, but
don't. I'm going to say don't do that. And I'm with you, Ryan. We can't tell you what to do, but don't do that. Magnificent Seven.
Either you're going to be living in a box or you're going to have a very nice house. You're having a nice upgrade.
That's a big gamble. Sounds good, but my motto is fistful of dollars. I like all of those Clint Eastwood movies. He wasn't in the Magnificent Seven, though. The biggest person in the Magnificent Seven was Yul Brynner. Leap option on Palantir? Yes, I like the idea of a leap option on Palantir, but I would, if it's a leap, I would probably sell covered calls against it when the stock went down. The leap means that you like the stock long term.
with the big jump in Palantir right now, but the premiums would be on that.
If you sold covered calls when it
if you sold covered calls along the way, yeah,
right.
But as far as buying an option right now,
no, I wouldn't. So I didn't.
I'd wait for that volatility.
The leap would still, you're buying the option. It would be expensive to buy the leap. One, because you're buying the time, but Ryan is right. Also because of the premium, you're going to be spending a pretty penny on it.
Let's throw a PayPal on the list, Glenn.
I already got it
today.
I'm writing them all down. I know
my mom's going to be watching that. She got into PayPal for about $100 a long time ago and has been riding it ever since. Right. I don't know why.
I bought more Palantir this morning. I didn't buy more Palantir. I'm in Palantir, but I didn't buy more. All right, next story. Oh, yeah. New York Community Bank Corp plunges again after Moody's downgrades it to what? Junk. Oh, so what am I playing for this? What am I playing for this right here?
Well, ironically, this is my story, Glenn.
No, it's not.
What?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't, No, it's not. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm so not trying to hear it. Are you looking in the list? Is it yours?
We actually chose the same story.
You jerk. See,
but
I just called you a jerk because you never look at the list. I
posted it first.
No, you never pay attention to the list of the stuff that we're going to pick. You just pick out stuff, and then you're like, oh, I picked it. No, you didn't. Look at the list when we set it up.
Me and Glenn are on the same boat. I chose your ETF, Glenn. I'm going to give it to you. I'm in BNKD this week.
I am in BNKD. That's right. I'm in BNKD.
I give you credit, buddy.
I can't believe you never look at the list. And then I can't stand that about you. Oh my gosh. I so can't stand that. All right. So with that, BNKD is in my list. All right. I got one other story. This is another interesting story. Disney, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Fox to build a joint sports streamer.
Oh.
Very interesting. I think that is designed to specifically go after ESPN.
Doesn't Disney own ESPN?
Disney and ESPN are together. ESPN is part of Disney. Interesting. Nonetheless.
Well, Amazon Prime has stepped into the live sports arena. Maybe they're teaming up against Amazon.
I think that there's a lot of people like me. I just got rid of cable. I just pulled the cable on cable. The problem is with all of the other apps, I know. With all of the other apps I have, I'm trying to discern which apps I need to keep so that because I think I've got overlap on apps on what they show, like Hulu and Roku and Paramount and all that. So I'm trying to go
Thank you, Nat Tom.
Huh?
I was just telling Nat Tom, thank you.
Oh, what did Nat Tom say? Glenn, Disney will get more revenue. That's good for Disney. Disney needs something right now because they're in the doldrums. Disney needs something. So this is a collaborative joint venture. I've got all three of these stocks. They're all hurting. So maybe this is a way to pull all three of these out of the doldrums. Someone needs a timeout. Who needs a timeout? Oh, y'all saying because Ryan doesn't look at the list that we put together on Wednesdays, I need a timeout? Really?
I'm pretty sure I posted that story before you.
No, you didn't. No.
Hey, you know what, Glenn? Great minds think alike.
No, I'm not. No. You should have looked at the list. All right, so we're going to look at those three stocks. And I wanted to pull something up from our website. Go to www.vectorvest.com. Go down to articles. Click on articles. There's a couple of articles that are here. Is Ford a buy after beating quarter four earnings, announcing dividend payments? 2 reasons to invest in Ford today. I am of the mindset, looking at all of the big major car companies, they're pulling back out of the EV space slowly but surely and getting into the hybrid space. And we saw that with Honda, and we see more and more. I made mention about the first story that came out about pulling over the hybrids, that more companies would, and they are. But the story that I wanted was Spotify. Again, we try very hard to put stories in here in our articles section for you guys to keep your eyes on. Ford just offered 18 cent extra dividend for 3/1/24. Any company that puts dividends makes it more attractive for investors. And they're going to do a cheap EV. I did see a story that they're trying to go after Tesla. All right, so, but the story that I wanted to look at is on Spotify. As a DJ, I use Spotify. I like it. Despite falling short on Q4, Spotify gains on optimistic guidance. Why Spot is a buy today. Folks, if you're not already going to our website to get these articles that are here for you, you need to. All right? Mark, Joey pulled the plug on the coffee machine. Don't tell Glenn. I said to Joe, do I need another cup of coffee? He said, no, I don't think so. I said, good. The answer is yes. So I make another cup, and I did. Last week, Glenn said he was out of Palantir. This week, he said he bought it before earnings pushed the price. I didn't push the price up. Reason why I got back into Palantir, they had beat consecutive quarters for earnings. And especially because it's in the AI space, it made sense that they were going to continue to beat earnings. Thus the reason why I got into it. All right, so I like Palantir. It's been a tough stock to play. And Tabula, I did answer your comment in YouTube chat. So that's where I stand. All right, let's get into the stocks. Let's go into the viewers. Let's start with yours. I don't want to start with mine. Let's start with, no. Let's go look at the market indices first. All right, let's go look at the market indices first. No, there's no politics. Everything is up. The VIX is down. People are greedy. FOMO, the Fed, earnings. Those are all words I can use to show the VIX moving down. People are not fearful in this current market. All right. I've got a list of big movers. These are stocks that are moving today on huge volume. Not that they're just up, but there's an indicator we have in VectorVest, which is called the percentage volume. Look at these stocks. Rolls-Royce. Look at these stocks moving up on big volume. So there's conviction behind the move, not that it's just going up. So every week I try to put some of these stocks in. Some of these are sell recommendations, probably news driven, but I'm giving you fish. I'm giving you some fish right here. Rolls-Royce made the list today, up 3%, but look at the volume. 1,140% of its average 50-day volume. That's how much it's up today. So these are, like I said, these are fish. These are stocks that are on the move on big volume. All right, write them down, take a picture, whatever you need to do. I want you to keep your eyes. I'm going to continue to provide these for you every week.
Yeah, just screenshot it on your computer.
What? Screenshot it?
I was telling the customers.
Oh, dude, I'm telling
Nation. You can screenshot it on your computer.
All right. Rolls-Royce went up 10 cents yesterday, too. Well, again, I like this listing. I'm going to provide this listing for you every week so you have some stocks to keep in your watch list. Ryan's picks. Let's talk about your picks. All right. Again, I did put Eli Lilly. You want me to take it out? Because I can.
No, you can leave it.
Right.
I think it's a good company.
All right.
And actually, I just saw an article. Eli Lilly is what they do. They open up a plant in the Research Triangle here in North Carolina, and then I think they're constructing another plant near Concord. I don't know if you saw that. It was on CNBC earlier. So yeah, I like their expansion plans. We can leave it in the list. I am totally fine with that. But you can see here a lot of tech. Nvidia obviously I think it's gonna keep getting pumped up. Going before earnings. Broadcom, Berkshire Hathaway, Eli Lilly, all fighting for that place. They're getting a lot of recognition right now to dethrone Tesla from the Magnificent Seven. We'll see what comes with that. But look, they're all up today. Even oil, USO up 0.5% here. 4 out of 5 buy recommendations here. Look at RV, RS, RTs, everything's solid here. The only thing, oil right now, if you're getting into oil, just know the overall trend is not in your favor. Look at the charts. I've done videos on it before. I've shown you what to look at. That downward trend line. If you didn't see the 6 p.m. video, I think it was 2 weeks ago on oil, the bullish divergence. But you see, look, we're hitting a series of higher lows here. So by definition, we are in an uptrend. With these moving averages, we're just not getting quite confirmation right now. So if you get in right now, just know you're being a little bit more aggressive. However, right. I am am still optimistic on oil, at least going into next week, especially if we can break above this level of resistance where we're at right now. That's probably what you would want to wait for, actually, if you were thinking about getting into this position soon. I'd wait to see some conviction, preferably on a good volume day, above that level of resistance.
I am in USO. I liked Ryan's video. I did watch it. I know. We talk a lot about it.
You watch one of my videos,
I did. I got into USO. I'm all right with it. I like the move up right now. Someone asked me, did you go into Disney today before earnings? Nope. I'm not touching Disney. I'm not touching Disney from a PR perspective. The public relations side, what's going on with Disney is just not there. So I did not get into Disney, nor will I. And someone just cussed at me. Someone said that I'm an ex-Marine. There is no such thing as an ex-Marine. The only ex-Marine there was is Lee Harvey Oswald. That's the only ex-Marine. I am not an ex-Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. I am a former Marine. And talking about, Glenn, you like the oil stocks like WFRD, TDW, Vista, had good earnings call up a lot. Wonder if oil will move soon. Again, Ryan did a great video on preparing to get bullish into oil. I did jump on board with that. I'm down a little bit, but I like the move on oil going up right now. I do like the move going up.
I did USO, a quick trade. It lasted about 4 or 5 days. I think I put that video out on a Wednesday. I got into the position, I believe that Monday, and then I was out that Thursday or Friday. Because there's a downward trend line I was looking at in the video, because I actually look at the petroleum sector to properly time oil. And then it hit right on in that downward trend line. So that's when I ended up getting out. Yeah, if you want to.
What? Say something.
I would say if you want to change it to the petroleum sector graph, I can show them.
Dang it. Viewers.
Yeah, just right click on USO.
I could do it that way. This is not the same thing. This is the commodities futures. It's not the same thing.
No, you got to go into the like Weatherford or something, or Tidewater.
TDW.
Yeah, we got TDW to my list. Why not?
All right.
It's
there we go.
Going to move right along with USO. Well, maybe not. It's down today.
Let's view the industry graph. This is field services.
No, sector graph. Go to sector.
Hi.
So if you've never done this before, this actually tracks all of the petroleum stocks in our database. For me, that's how I track oil itself. I think it just does a great representation because not all the stocks go along with oil, the price of crude or Brent oil itself. So yeah, if we do 3 months, you can see the downward trend line there pretty clearly from the 2 prior swing highs. Go to 6 months, might be able to see a little bit clearer.
Wow, yeah, there was a downward trend.
Yeah, drag it up. There we go. That's what I was looking for. There we go. That's what I call it right there. That most recent touch. That's right when I got out.
Okay.
But look, we got a double bottom forming right now. I do like that. You can see price action consolidating closer and closer. So we're going to get a breakout one way or the other here pretty soon.
And I am with you. I'm in USO in my real world portfolio. I am.
If you're getting in oil, honestly, I'd look at this chart, and if we break this level of support here on the bottom, that's probably right where my stop would be. Obviously, depending on what the individual stock or ETF you're doing is performing at that time. But if we get a break above that downward trend line, I'd be betting a lot more on it right now. But like I said, I'm just I did a quick little trade there, and I like that trade I did just because now I've got a little buffer zone, got a couple bucks extra to play with as a buffer zone. So now actually looking at the chart right now, those moving averages might be moving in our favor. So I wouldn't be surprised if I bought some more.
Again, I'm in it. I'm already in it. I took a little hit, but I'm in it. Could be rebounding back. Could you just double click on it? That would just give me the stocks in the industry. If I just double click on it, all it does is open up the stocks in the industry. Stocks in the petroleum field. But
if you want to find some of the best stocks in the industry, that's a good way to do it.
Absolutely. All right. Let's go look at
let's see the performance from last week, and then we'll just jump over to yours.
You only had 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because the Fed was talking, right?
Yep.
Quick test. 2.1, a little lower than the market, but your shipping ETF went up.
Yeah.
And Intel went down just a little bit. All right.
I'll take it.
Let's go look at my picks for this week.
That's 3 weeks in a row for positive.
Well, whatever. All right. So here's my stocks. Notice Warner Brothers, Fox, Disney, all in the doldrums. I want to pull up graphs on those. I'm thinking that it may not have been a bad idea for them to come together at this time because, there's Disney. Wow. No,
Disney's
and I still didn't touch Disney. I'm not, again, with the PR behind them, I didn't touch Disney. Where's the earnings? It should be today. Yeah. I don't think if it's reported yet, but there's the movement up right off a 3-month high. There's the earnings per share. The earnings growth is going up. Earnings per share. I think a lot of that has got to go with the Disney.
What's our value on Disney? I'm curious.
I don't know.
I think it's way overvalued compared to our metrics.
Oh my gosh. Why are you making me add more stuff to this? Value. Where's that? Wow, it's way overvalued.
So that's what I thought.
At $49.98 and it's trading at $98.94. It is way overvalued.
I don't think the reward is worth the risk.
I'm not a big fan of Disney. I'm looking at Warner Brothers. They're hurting. Earnings falling. Earnings growth falling. Undervalued, but just everything is falling. And then we're going to look at Fox. Good. Did they miss earnings?
What happened to Fox this morning?
Holy crud.
I guess they reported before though.
But you know something? Prior to earnings, look at 2 days ago.
Click on the 1 day, Glenn.
Look at that. Prior to earnings, the 3 went below the 8. The 3 went below the 8 prior to earnings. So, woo-wee.
Click on the 1 day. I just want to see when that drop occurred. After the bell.
Let's go to 5 day. Yeah. So they must have reported this morning.
So it looks like they gapped up and then not good from there.
Yep. Wow.
Get rid of the value. That's what's skewing it. But way overvalued once again. So I mean, that's why I like the VectorVest value system.
If I'm looking at
fair valuation metrics.
If I'm looking at the 3, I saw that David. He's doing an interview with Putin. It's going to be very interesting. I saw what he said on X about why he was doing it. All right, so CELH. Guess what? When I ask for stocks, I'm not taking any of them because I wrote them all down. If I'm looking at this list, I like ENPH. I would keep my eyes on it because the CEO said good things going about the guidance going forward. So we'll see. Those are the stocks that I have. Let's go look at my picks from last week. The 31st. Walmart, I like. There's Alstom. I did put it in. VinFast. Cody wanted me to do this as one of my speculative picks. They just recalled 6,000 cars. It's not good for them. Let's go do a quick test. Of course, I'm down. And VinFast was the biggest loser from that perspective.
When did they announce that recall?
Earlier this week. Must have been Monday or so. But that wasn't good for him. Walmart, I like Walmart. Altamont, down 1.72% in a week, and Carnival Cruises down as well. Sigh.
Carnival Cruise was on a run there for a while.
Yeah, it was. And maybe it's getting cold. Well, you would think that people want to go travel to the warm spaces right about now. You would think that. All right, I'm going to do a portfolio review real quick.
Let's see how we've been doing here.
Multi-bagger. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Talking about a multi-bagger, search finding multi-baggers. 42%. Anybody following any of the multi-bagger picks? Anybody following any of the multi-bagger picks?
Wow.
That's a damn good pick. When did we get in at 122? Before anybody says, well, I wish you would have told me about it before it happened. Well, I did. I did tell you about it before it happened. All right, 122. These were my multi-bagger picks. Magnificent Seven stocks up. Look at that, 12%. And Tesla's the one who's getting their butt kicked, down 24%. But NVIDIA, Meta, Amazon, look at them. 4 out of the 7 are double-digit winners. Let's go find y'all's picks. What is it? Afternoon market action, hot or not? How are y'all picks looking? SMCI, we got into CGM, Walmart. What stocks are hurting us? AMD, interesting. Sirius Point, blah, 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 DRV, AVGO. So we're gonna do more hot or not right now. I don't need any stocks. All right, Jeff says, yes, ALAR, that's the one big fish. Well, there we go. All right, so I've got all of the stocks that I need. You guys gave me enough. I've been writing them down. Customer picks last week. Let's go see how well you did last week. Let's go back to 231, 131. Quick test them. How did y'all do last week? 2.4%. Had some good winners in there, SMCI, CGEM, of which we got into the portfolio as well. Mm-hmm. Stocks that went into Feng D, because those stocks are going up, METC, APLD, RITM in Cleveland, and SWM. I own this because of the merger that did go through but hasn't finished yet. I own this. I do own SWM.
Who are they doing a merger with?
It's a gas company. Oh, okay. Phooey. I forget. They're getting bought. SWM is getting bought. I forget who. Somebody's going to probably put it into the room. I forget. You told us 118. I got MCLO and ALR. Chesapeake. Thank you, Fitz. I knew somebody was going to come up with it. Chesapeake. Chesapeake is buying them. Normally when that happens, the stock that gets bought goes up. So I'm in it. I'm in it in anticipation of the move. All right. Let's go to your picks this week.
Another buyout just having your radar is Paramount. There's a potential buyout there.
Paramount?
Saw that.
I'll put it on there. All right. I don't need any stocks. All right. LAES, APPF, TM. Did I write that right? I guess so. TM, Zim, SoFi, Bohr, IPA. A beer? I want that. IPA, PayPal, PCAR, LUXH, NVIDIA, Quick, NU, CRM, Holo, Aya. We don't have Holo? All right. Vista, CELH. There we go. And look at that. You guys followed instructions and didn't put new stocks in. Thank you for that. Great job. Hopefully I put everybody's stock who put something in there. I put all your stocks in here. All right. I told you I was watching them as we were doing the stream and that I would look at them. So these are the stocks.
Lux, Urban Hotels, big down.
Which one?
Lux Urban down 16%.
Wow, something happened. I wonder if that was.
It was on a good run there. I remember.
Yeah. LA. Look at that.
Look at the graph. I'm interested. We got some big movers today.
28%. All right, let's go do hot or not. And let's go 3 months. And I'm gonna also put on the MPI. All right. I'm calling that hot, Ryan.
Hot. A semiconductor. Look at that.
I'm calling that hot.
You know, I love me a good semi.
Trigger.
It's low price semi. You know why they're hot right now, right?
Trend.
It's actually a Swiss company that's opening up some kind of laboratory here in the States now. I think it's called like a OEP, or like some kind of OPES system. I don't know, but they're opening something up in the United States. That's why had a big move.
Look at that. There 2 people put hot. Nobody said not. So let's go get it in there. All right, portfolios. It's on. I got to take it off. Let's go add a trade. LAES. Get the price. Get the now price. I want to put $1,000 in it. Apply. Okay. Yep. Let's go to the next one. Hot or not? Zim. I'm not calling it hot.
You're going hot?
No, I'm not saying hot.
Oh, I'm going not.
I'm going not. All right. Zim. Type it in. Remember, type
Jazz
the symbol.
said he just sold LAES. Jazz, I ain't mad at you. You're up big on that one.
Absolutely. Remember, put the symbol in hot or not. I didn't see Palantir in your list because y'all didn't give it to me. Did y'all give me Palantir? I don't think you gave me Palantir. I don't think you gave me.
I'm gonna go not. And I think there was isn't there potential ceasefire in the works on the Gaza Strip?
They said like 100-day ceasefire or something.
Which that ceasefire would then hopefully, ideally translate into a calmer Red Sea situation, which I think that would ruin that momentum with the shipping that we've seen.
Well, I think that if they do that, there's two Israeli companies that I like, Zim and AVAV. Those are two Israeli companies that I do like. Wow, I like that. Joey's got a whole bunch of good stuff going on over there. I do like it. Glap app hit a new high. That wasn't in the list. I told y'all that I was putting all the stocks as you were giving them to me in the chat. I do have APPF. I don't have APP though. All right, can I take it? All right, let's go to the next stock. Hot or not? Ooh, here's APPF.
I'm gonna go hot.
I'm gonna go hot too. I like the gap.
Does that look like a flag pattern we just broke out to the upside? You've got your flagpole. Almost looks, it looks like a flag pattern.
Is it?
Let me see. How do I have control? I forget.
Joey's got to give it to you. But if you do that, Joey can't do anything in the background.
Oh, then we won't mess with it.
No, go ahead. You got it. You got control.
Well, we can just use a simple date line for the flag because that's easy to see. And if we use a freehand line, boom. Boom. That looks like a flag to me.
All right. I'm going to take it, though.
I'm no flag expert, but I'm going to say it looks like a flag to me.
All right. We're going to take that.
I'm going to go hot.
All right. I'm going to go hot. Joey's doing. Why did you put bacon behind me?
That's what y'all wanted.
He's going to eat. Oh, you do got bacon. I got
bacon behind me. What the flying flip is going on?
Who likes the bacon background?
Add a trade. Wow. PPF. Can't believe he put bacon behind me. $1,000. That is crispy bacon. Now I'm gonna go home and tell my wife I want bacon for dinner. I want bacon. All right. Let's go to the next one. Hot or not?
Hot.
Was that an earnings play? No, it was not. All right, put it in the room. CELH, hot or not? I don't have trigger or I don't have trend.
I'm going to go hot, but aggressive hot.
Okay.
Because this would be an early trigger. I'd be pulling it.
Interesting as well. Look at this. You know what would give me more? Look at that. Right. About to fade the gap. All right. Let's go see. I need more people. Do you see
that downward trend line that you have?
What trend line?
If you extended that downward trend line even further, it looks like we just got a retest on that downward trend line. And we found no. Keep that downward trend line the way you had it, but extend it all the way down. Keep going.
Oh.
You see what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
We retested that trend line and we're bouncing off of it.
Interesting.
I'm going hot.
You going hot?
I think we've got a good technical trade set up here.
Zimmer. Really, Alex? Who am I? Alex. You don't know nothing about that, Joey. Don't even start to try to sing it. You don't know nothing about that. Way overvalued. All right, Ryan says hot. I'm gonna take it. Ryan says hot.
And Jake, I'm not doing this as a value play. I'm doing this. This would be a technical trade setup play. But yes, I do see it's overvalued. Definitely not a buy and hold strategy.
No, I do like it from a technical standpoint. Broke through resistance, came down, broke through the trend line, came down, tested it, and moving back up again. Even though I don't have trend or trigger, I do like it as a regression. All right. Now I want a BLT session. I know. I got to get me some bacon. Oh, hot or not. I don't like gappy stocks, but earnings, rent up. I got
and we're getting good follow through the next day.
What do you think?
That's risky. We only meet once a week, but I'd say hot.
All right. Anybody else out there? Hot. All right. I see hots coming in. TM. TM. Get the price.
Battlehawks says, is Apple good? Glenn, what do you think about Apple?
I ain't looked at it yet. All right, let me go look at that real quick.
That's always a popular stock. You used to talk about Apple a lot.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? I told you I love Apple. I'm not in love with Apple.
It looks like I think it's just refueling for another good rally.
Right now, it's got a downtrend. And I also got a level of support. And I got no trigger. I got trend dissipating. I needed to break above that trend line. Mm-hmm. Actually, it'll do two things. It'll break above this level of the gap and trend line. Put those two things together, that would be a good buying opportunity.
That'll be a strong level of resistance, too.
I'm not ready to touch this yet. All right,
Ryan needs tomatoes in the background. No. Why tomatoes? I don't even like tomatoes. Is like the BLT, one thing I don't like.
For BLT.
Oh yeah.
All right. NVIDIA, hot or not? Now, I know what a lot of y'all are gonna say, but what's going on right? Oh my gosh, what's going on with it right now? Is the party over yet? Or are you saying it's hot enough to buy? All right. What is the ceiling price right now? I think NVIDIA
I'm
is
gonna go hot.
Oh my gosh, there's your tomatoes. It's right at the ceiling. Tomatoes. And those some big A tomatoes. Those tomatoes are big AF. So I don't think I'm
it's
ready
in my list.
to take
I can't say not. It's in my list.
Do you want to take? I'm not calling it hot. Ryan?
It's over NVIDIA. NVIDIA not. They're saying not.
I agree with
it's
the
mixed.
Not.
Hot. So this is what I think about NVIDIA. It's a buy the rumor, sell the news thing.
Okay.
I think that people are going to be buying it going into earnings, and then we're going to see a lot of profit taking after earnings.
I'm not taking
That's just my guess.
And
at least going into earnings, I'm bullish into it. I don't like playing earnings, though.
But the people in the room are, I got down, hot, it's over, not. It just hit a new high now, and I'm going to say no. Ryan says yes. I don't have enough people. I'm going to stick with the no. Why?
Oh, we can stick with no.
I'm going to stick with no. New.
We got Trigger. We actually just got Trigger.
Yeah,
I like
but
that.
Look,
could be an early trade entry.
I want you to see about Trigger. Look at that. Well, it broke above. It was moving down. Call it hot or not.
We got a new high.
New, hot or not. If NVIDIA beats, it's going to rock. I don't disagree with that. But I think that it's sitting at a level. It is sitting at a ceiling. All right, NU, hot or not? NU not. And Glenn, take charge. Vito, you're senior. Wow, you hear that?
What happens if NVIDIA misses earnings?
It's going to go down.
Well, duh.
Okay.
I have a feeling it's going to bring a lot more with it than just itself.
I don't disagree. I think a lot of people will feel that a few of the AI stocks will go down with it. All right. I got more hots.
All right. Let's keep it hot.
All right. Let's keep it hot. Oh, wait a minute. Do we already have it?
Nope.
All right. I'm not sure I want to take it, but it's all about you guys unless I have to make a command decision. Get the price. 1 gram. Apply. Okay. Yep. All right, let's keep getting through these. Gosh, we got a lot to go through. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. On some of these that I don't think they're hot, I'm going to just say no and move to the next one. You all right with that, Ryan?
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock. I'm sure these people got things to do as well.
All right. Not. I just not. Lost trend, lost trigger. I like the move going up, but I got nothing. I'm going to go. I know Jake's saying, hurry up. Stop it, Jake. I'm going to say not.
Not.
All right, good. Next one. It's going up.
That's a tough one.
It's volatile.
I'm going to say not, because it looks like we just broke a trend line. It looks like we just got a retest with those two upper wicks showing some selling pressure on that trend line.
I'm going to say not on this.
I'm going to go not.
Okay, good. Next one. Wow. I got to say hot.
I mean, that's about as nice as a chart's going to get. So I'm going to say hot as well.
Okay.
Look at that RT. That keeps you in the trade there. I like that. It's keeping us in right now.
PCAR. PCAR.
John said he is in PCAR.
All right.
Mark said he's got a tea time to attend.
Mark,
Joey, don't you have a tea time
Mark
as well?
don't know how to play no golf either. He don't know how to play no well. CRM. Look at that. After earnings, the stock just pretty much went up. Is it getting toppy? We lost trigger. What do you think? I'm on a 6-month graph now. What do you think? CRM, hot or not? Gosh dang it.
I mean, I like the company.
All right, I do too.
Let's see what VV Nation.
You got 5 seconds
Dave says
to
hot.
comment. If I don't get enough comments, I'm moving on. 1,
we're getting hot.
2,
we're getting hot.
3,
yeah, it's all hot.
4, 5. All right, we're gonna go get it. CRM.
Jazz, why you say no?
I'm
just curious.
CRM. Get price. Get the now price. $1,000. Apply. I don't know if we're going to get through all of these stocks. You guys gave me too many doggone stocks. Oh, I like the move.
What do you like about that?
I like the move coming up now, but it took a hard hit on RT. Stock got hit. I'm going to still say not.
I'm saying not.
I'm going to say not. I'm going to say not. I do like this move, but it's not enough. All right. Next one. PayPal. Earnings. I'm never going to tell you to get in on a stock on a down day. I won't get into it because it's a down day. No matter how good it was, if it's a down day, I'm not getting into it.
So I did a video last week before Meta released earnings. It was like the number 3 or 4 most undervalued stock on the NASDAQ 100.
Wow.
PayPal is the number 7th most undervalued stock on the NASDAQ 100.
Look at that.
So if you are a value buyer, don't sleep on PayPal. Now, I'm not going to tell you buy it before earnings, but don't sleep on PayPal. It's definitely a good value play, and I've done some research on them. I like what the company is doing.
What do you think? You think they're going to beat? I'm putting you on the spot. I know. Do you think it's going to beat?
I think it'll beat, yes.
I'm going to put on RS.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got a gap up tomorrow.
Okay. So I do like the understanding of a long-term play. It's in a big channel. I'm just not going to buy it on a down day.
It's looking for a reason to get out of that channel. And today's earnings, I have a feeling, might be the catalyst.
Okay. Next one. Not. Wow. SoFi is all over the place. Good gravy.
I'm going to go not.
I'm going to go not.
I like the company.
Yeah,
I really like the company.
The graph looks like poop.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
I mean, not for the faint-hearted. Let's just say that.
This is a much more volatile stock. I don't like it. All right. Let's go to the next one. Down day. But wow. That's a lot of selling pressure yesterday. That's a shooting star with follow through. Nope. And we got trigger and trend. That's a red flag. Bearish engulfing, shooting star with follow through. Faded the gap. Everything about that says no.
Well, I mean, it went from under $1.50 to above $2.50 just in a couple days.
And that was
so the RT's going to take a little time to come back down, just because of that momentum.
I'm with you, Dave. Not today. I like the move. I like the trend and the trigger. But too many red flags right here. Too many flags right there. Ronnie says it's a multi-bagger stock. Where? What kind of bag? Trash bag. There's Paramount. You know something. Some of y'all may own some of these stocks, and I'm just beating them up. Paramount. You said that this was talks on it being bought.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Gonna say no. All right. One last stock.
It would just be a speculative play.
Ooh.
In case it got bought out.
Lux. No. Goodness gracious. When it was hot, it was moving twice. Now, this is where it was rocking, then it was rolling. It was rocking, then it was rolling. It and then it rolled. So
yeah, I remember it had a good time, but yeah, look at that. That is falling off a cliff.
All right.
Oh, for those who are interested in Paramount, it's media entrepreneur Brian Allen said he's begun talks with Paramount Global, $14.3 billion proposal.
Nice.
So, can we add market cap? I'm just curious what the market cap is right now.
Yep.
Because I have a feeling that's where that price of that stock is going.
Market cap is sitting at a big number. I think that's 7.
Is that 7.8 billion? Is that how that works?
Billion. All right.
So if they did do a buyout at 14 billion, that would be a double.
Oh heck yeah! That must mean that they think where's
it's a risk. Value? You got to ask. Yeah, what's the value?
It's undervalued now.
Ooh, actually, we might be onto something, Glenn.
Yeah, it's
I might buy a call on that. Actually, I might buy some calls.
I'm not.
Just see how it goes.
I ain't touching that stock.
I ain't touching that stock. I'm going way out the money. Probably 45 days out. If it hits, it hits. If not, at least I'm far enough out of the money where it didn't cost me much.
Oh my gosh! Why you slow sneeze like that? You just blew everything. It was like a face. Stop wiping your face in my shirt. Oh my gosh! All right, we getting ready to leave. Does Buffett still own power? I don't know, Ronnie. All right, I don't know. Can you put us? Are you not listening?
What?
Can you put us on the last screen, please?
I can.
Can you?
You want me to?
Yes.
Right now?
I will fight.
If you didn't know,
we got
Joey
another 45
is the
minutes,
bread that holds
Joey
us
says
together.
we got another 45 minutes.
Ain't no way.
All right. So we get ready to leave, but I want you to stay after we leave because we had the death of, and today is Western Wednesday. We had the death of Toby Keith. So we want to play something in remembrance of Toby Keith as we sign out. As we sign out, just stay here. Just stay here. And for about 10 seconds or so, we're going to play a little clip of courtesy of the red, white, and blue. All right, so I'm going to sign off really quick. Folks, have a great day. Thank you for supporting the channel. I thank you for all of the likes. Thank you for all of the subscriptions, all of that kind of stuff. We enjoy doing what we do. We do, and we love you guys for supporting the channel. With that, we're out of here. See ya.
Bye, guys.
When we see your glory flying, there's a lot of men
The
dead,
volume's not on YouTube.
so we can sleep in peace at night when we lay down our heads. My daddy served in the army, where he lost his right eye, but he flew a flag out in our yard till the day that he died. He wanted my mother, my brother, my sister, and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Now this nation that I love is falling under attack. A mighty sucker punch came flying in from somewhere in the back. Soon as we could see clearly through our big black eye, man, we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly, and it's gonna be here when you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. say,